to me, I think there are lots of similarities between the Titans head coach and the 49ers defensive coordinator. Let me lay it out real quick. I want to hear what you think. Vrabel was a respected middle linebacker for a long time, a cerebral player, played for Bill Belichick. Then he sort of worked his way up the ranks. He was a position coach at Ohio State. Then he went to Houston. Let me give you his resume real quick. He was a linebackers coach for 3 years, a defensive coordinator for 1 year, and then he became a head coach. And I think he's actually a good head coach.
So do I.
Is quite similar. I mean, he was the rookie of the year. He was an excellent player. He's been a position coach. He's now a coordinator. He developed Fred Warner, Azeez Al-Shaair. He has a highly ranked defense right now. He's pretty much excelled at as a player, as a position coach, as a coordinator. I think he's on the Mike Vrabel path. He seems like a natural leader, a man's man, an alpha male, but at the same time, a caring person who's not all about himself.
And he's out there on the field when guys get injured.
Yes.
You're exactly right about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like him. I think he's a natural leader.
And I think seems like he's a real football guy. He's a player, linebacker, of course, as you said. He's a man's man. He's like you said, he's one of the boys as well.
Yep.
He knows how to be the leader, but he knows how to talk at their level.
Yep.
You know, and of course, as a linebacker, he's used to coordination and things like that, being in the middle of the pack. He's just really good at relating to his guys. And I think they really believe in him. Also, take a look at Tannehill, who was floundering in a floundering franchise, of course, who really, I mean, Tannehill was looked on as a complete bust.
Mm-hmm.
Comes to Tennessee and becomes the world's most accurate passer. He is their Jimmy Garoppolo, but better, I think.
Yes.
And that's the thing. Like he's like Jimmy Garoppolo enhanced.
Yeah.
He's like the 17 version of Jimmy Garoppolo, but pretty much I think he's a solid.
He'll throw downfield like Jimmy, who pretty much doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, Tannehill is better.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to see that in this game, even though Julio Jones is questionable. Julio's not even having a good year anyway. He's got less than 400 yards. So I don't think he's that important other than our corners. He might dice up. But anyway, back to Vrabel. Yeah, he's just he's a nice on-field presence. He's actually very calm and collected. He's passionate, but at the same time, he's very, how to put this? He has good sportsmanship.
Yeah. And I just feel like he's like, you have to respect the head coach. You have to believe in him. You have to trust him. You have to, and I think
absolutely do. I
mean, to me, like when you hire these play callers, and I know everyone respects Kyle because he's done it for a long time, but not all these play callers just get respect. I don't know that Arthur Smith guy in Atlanta. I don't know if he's cut out to be a head coach. I do think now with a guy like DeMeco, he's ultimately going to be as good as his offensive coordinator, whoever he can bring with him. But I think reminds me of Vrabel. I think he should be getting interviewed this year, just like Vrabel was after 1 year. I think this guy should be compare him to Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary is a Hall of Fame middle linebacker, respected, but didn't work his way really through the ranks and didn't really earn that job. DeMeco's earned it. DeMeco has shown it just like
overwhelmed. DeMeco Ryans seems like you know what's interesting? And it is actually a strength. He's a lot calmer than Robert Saleh. And
yes,
it actually
worked up.
Saleh, that is his MO. And I honestly, if I was to pick one guy in the whole NFL to hang out with besides George Kittle, it would be Saleh. And I take Saleh over him because Saleh is a real alpha dog. And I love his energy. Yeah. DeMeco Ryans is more cerebral as far as he's more philosophic on the sideline. He's very thoughtful. He's quiet. He shows some energy.
He's more detached.
He's very cold and analytic, which is how he played, actually.
Yep.
And every team needs a guy like DeMeco Ryans. DeMeco Ryans and Fred Warner, I think, are very similar when it comes to their mentality.
I mean, DeMeco's resume is very impressive when you think about it. I mean, he was an excellent player. He developed Fred Warner and Azeez Al-Shaair and Dre Greenlaw.
And Flanagan Fowles as well. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, this is LBU. But here's the thing. Saleh and the linebackers room still have a lot to do with that. And DeMeco Ryans, by extension, being someone they brought in and trained themselves, he's still a Saleh student. So he deserves the credits. He definitely does. But I'm still going to put the crown on Saleh's head.
For sure. Saleh developed him.
It's a tree. It's a
Kyle developed him. But a smart team out there that's looking for a head coach this offseason, instead of getting some college coach.
The Jaguars should hire him.
Bingo. Jacksonville, you're looking for a legitimate
every 49ers fan out there, damn it, Sybilla.
Bring professionalism and DeMeco.
Yeah.
DeMeco
I really like him, and I have this vision. I just hope Saleh gets a good team. Whatever happens, I want the best for him. I would love it if
draft picks. Sorry.
But see, here's what I want. I want Shanahan's coaching tree to be the next Belichick coaching tree. Basically, that would be so cool because DeMeco Ryans and Saleh would be part of that, and both of them deserve it. I really like them.
Real quick before we move on, did you see Nick Mullins the other day?
I haven't seen it, but it was so. But I did read about it, and I remember listening. They're going to start their third string quarterback, Nick Mullins, and I was like, "We've done that."
He looked good. He looked sharp. He didn't have anyone to was throwing to Donovan Peoples-Jones and stuff, but he had a very good QBR. All I'm saying, he looked good.
He could be part of quarterback. He
could end up being Kyle Shanahan's offensive coordinator one day. Remember, Gary Kubiak was John Elway's backup, and then he ended up being Mike Shanahan's offensive coordinator. I mean,
all right, Nick Mullins, we'll see you
soon. You ready?